Off will be taken just inside the Brantford Titans zone. That's going to go back out. You see Reed Graham, the right-handed shot, there to take the face-off, or there to be on the ice, that is, for the Sugar Kings. The puck went back out and just inside the blue line. Long shot. There was a phenomenal hit. What a hit there. That was a rock'em sock'em hit coming out there by Tyler Clark. Allowed his team to get a breakout. Tyler Clark had a big hit, and it was a great 2-on-2 breakout coming down on the other side. And it was a nice hit going back down into the corner. Holding on to it. Going back in for Randall. Randall, long shot. That was redirected back in front. Shot. And that was a great opportunity there by the likes of Guthrie to try to jam it home. That was nothing doing. A great job on the zone defense by Elmira. Trying to jam it back in front. There's a shot that wasn't going to go wide. It went wide. There was a nice rebound there for Guthrie coming down the other way. Here come the Sugar Kings back into the neutral zone and back down as Randall almost stayed on it. Randall, it goes back in. There's a long shot, and that will be redirected back into the far side corner. That's going to go back out. Long shot going back in. There was a nice chance holding on to it. It was redirected back out into the short side corner. Back out in front, long shot. Now we'll go back behind the net, and it will be redirected back in. In front, nothing doing. Great chance in front, but that was not exactly brought out. Reed Graham was there on the shot, but it was a 1-on-2 chance. It was a great job by the likes of the Brantford Titans to jam up that shooting lane and keep it tough there. And the Elmira Sugar Kings have done a great job at those breakouts. That's a big reason why they're up by a score of 2-1. That second goal was actually initially not a goal. The referees talked about it and they said it was a goal, but it's been very fast. Elmira is taking advantage of the few opportunities they've had in their offensive zone. It's going to come back out, long shot, and now we'll go back down into the corner. There's a nice chance, long shot once again on the redirect, but that's going to go off a defender and back into the short side boards. Short side corner coming back out in front. It was a nice job to get it back into the short side end, and that will come all the way around, and it'll be jammed back out on the short side. Now we'll see the legs of Clark go back out on the ice, and Otaki as well for Brantford. They're going to make a full 5-guy line change and their defensive pairings. That's going to come back in on the short side with 30 seconds to go. Nice job by Brantford to pick it up. Hill has it. Hill. And that was brought back down on the left side. And you could tell that the Elmira almost had the puck back. That was a nice job to almost get the puck back on the 1-on-2. That's why they were so aggressive early on in this game. And that was jammed back down, as that will come all the way around the boards. That was a nice job by Ethan Mon to be able to keep the Elmira Peach Kings alive on that offensive opportunity. And that's going to be jammed all the way around there by Stelez, and that will end the first period. After one full period of play, your score is 2-1 in favor of the Elmira Sugar Kings. We'll be back for the second period on Flow TV in about 12 minutes. We're here live on YouTube, and it's great to be here with you to stream this game. We do have the Brantford Titans down by 1 goal by a score of 2-1 early on in this one. And we are ready to get back in action right here on a beautiful day in Brantford. Otaki is out there on the ice. He'll be going out on the far side, it looks like, along with Hill. Hill will be out there as well as we get reset, along with Leoners. The faceoff was taken. It'll be brought back down and in. Coming back down on the far side, going down now on the short side. It's going to come back in. Hill almost had it. It's going to come back out in on the short side, and that's going to come back down. It was a nice job there by Casella to try to get back in for the likes of the Elmira Sugar Kings. And that will go back down into the corner behind the net. Nice job by Brantford to try to get it back out. And that was a nice poke check coming back down there by Christian Warren. Christian Warren had it on the backhand. Christian Warren had it back into the corner. And that will go back down behind the net. And it'll be jammed back out. That's going to go back out. And on the far side, just inside the blue line, there was a long shot opportunity that went just inside the blue line there for Kieran Casella. But it'll be shot back out on Status. Status coming up on the forecheck for Brantford, coming back down on the right side. Status almost had it. What a massive hit. And that's going to come back out now on the short side here. Brantford does have it as that was almost jammed back in. Nice job by Caden to try to jam it out. And that's going to come back out 1-on-2. There was a nice shot, and it was a nice opportunity, and you could tell that the Sugar Kings were not going to give up in that play. Silas Strachan had an opportunity to get through 2 defenders. He was able to make the clean shot off on the ice of Ethan Manhatchee. And the faceoff will be taken on the left side. We can tell that there's a lot of fight here from the Brantford Titans. And that's going to come back out behind the net. It's going to come back around the boards. That's going to come just inside the blue line. And back out. There's a nice shot that was taken. That was jammed into the corner. Now there's several men fighting for the puck. You see for the Brantford Titans, Ben Randall trying to get back on the puck. He's jammed in there by 2 Sugar Kings, trying to get that opportunity. Bryce McFadden, the right-handed shot, trying to get it out for the Sugar Kings. And that's going to come back out on the short side. Ben Randall trying to get it back around. Randall. Bucker is out there in the neutral zone. And that's going to be jammed back up. Nice screen there by the Sugar Kings. And it's the constant movement. Carson Kahlo staying on it. That's going to go back into the corner. Clark, he wasn't able to stay on that puck, trying to get it back in front, nothing doing. The puck was stolen. And that'll be back out there. Adam Clark on the right-handed shot. Back on front shot. What a save there. And Pitapiece was able to make a phenomenal save going across post to post. And you could tell that Brantford was knocking on the door. But we see the Sugar Kings making the save. Pitapiece has been all over it tonight. Very Carey Price-esque here in Brantford this evening. The face-off was taken. It was a nice face-off that was lost, unfortunately, by Brantford and the likes of Clark. That's going to go back into the neutral zone and back down. That's going to go back into the corner and around the boards. And that's going to be jammed back out. Tegan Hartnett did get the puck back down. Almost got it back into the corner and around. It's going to go behind the net, back out in front. That's going to go off of defenders. That's going to come back on the left side. Tegan Hartnett. Jammed up back into the neutral zone. Long shot. Nice save made. And that was a nice shot there. Mitchell Korsvek was trying to get it back on the rebound for the Sugar Kings. But we see the likes of Brantford trying to get the puck around the boards. Tegan Hartnett almost had it. The left-handed shot wasn't able to get it up to Clark on that opportunity, but coming back down. Nice job going through several defenders and back into the corner. There by Mateo Guthrie trying to go coast to coast, and it was a nice save shot there, and that was a goal. Going coast to coast shot, scores. He was able to get it by the goaltender to make it a 2-2 game. Guthrie did go coast to coast on that one. Guthrie was able to go coast to coast. It was a bang-bang play. And there will be a face-off back at center ice. And that's going to go back down and on the left side. And it was a massive hit that time. Colin Vanderelsen had a level of a hit, and you could tell the referee didn't like that. There will be a stoppage in play. And there will be a roughing call with 16:13 to go. And that was a massive hit. That was a high-reel hit for Colin Vanderelsen. He's going to go to the box, and that's going to give the Elmira Sugar Kings a chance to go on the power play now. As the faceoff will come to the right side of the goaltender. And we'll see Christian Warren taking the faceoff for the Sugar Kings. It looks like the referees are going to wait to make sure that everything is going to be reset. Talking to the Sugar Kings here. The faceoff was taken. It was brought back out and around the boards. Gavin Kindry jams it back out and down. And that will be jammed back out and into the corner and around. Elmira almost had it back out. That's going to be jammed back out. That was a nice job in the neutral zone and back down into the corner. It brought it back around. The shot is back at the point, just inside the blue line. It does get back to the left side. Nolan Battler did jam it back out on the far side. Battler had it just inside the blue line. There was a shot back into the corner. It's going to be brought back out. The shot is going to be redirected. Nice job on the zone defense for the Brantford Titans. And that's going to be jammed back out into the far side. Long shot scores through the defenders. You can tell it was on the screen for the Elmira Sugar Kings. They make it a 3-2 hockey game. We're on YouTube on the Brantford Titans YouTube account. It was a bang-bang play, and the goaltender was not able to get any of that. It was great zone defense initially from the Brantford Titans, but it was just one shot, and the Elmira Sugar Kings were able to set up. They do a very good job of setting up in the offensive zone. They play a very defensive game in the offensive zone, but the puck will go up now. A 2-on-1 chance, a nice shot, and it was a 2-on-1 chance going down the other way on the right side. Levi Westwood was coming back down. That's going to be a long shot. That's going to go back down into the corner on the far side, and it'll go back out on the left wing. Coming out now, trying to get it through several defenders. Coming out on the left side, there's a 5-on-5 chance. That's going to go back down into the corner. A nice jam up as it was taken out now, and it'll be shot back in. That was a nice job trying to get the puck back out and down. It was a long shot that was saved. It'll go back down into the corner. And it was almost a great defensive chance that time to get it back out into the blue line. And it will be picked off now. What an interception. The come-in shot. And it was almost a bang-bang play on the rebound opportunity, but that will come back in. Leaners had a phenomenal chance, and you could tell he was on that puck. Leonards had a phenomenal chance to go off the steal, and their Brantford Titans are playing a game that's very similar to what we see from the Elmira Sugar Kings, a very aggressive game, and giving them a little taste of what they showed them in the first period. Now there will be a face-off, and it will be Adam Clark, the right-handed shot, taking the face-off for the Brantford Titans, as he will have the face-off coming down the right wing on the offensive side of Brantford Titans, the defensive side of the Elmira Sugar Kings. The jam up will come back down on the right side. Now will come back in. Sugar Kings are pinned in their own end. Adam Clark coming out on the forecheck. He gets brought back down. That's going to go back out. Adam Clark picks it up. He comes in on 2-on-1 chance shot. That's going to go up and over the net and out of play. 13:54 to go in the second period, and your score is 3-2 for the Sugar Kings. And the faceoff's going to come now to the right side of Pittapiece. You can see Clark getting reset. And Walker's there on the defensive side on the right side. On the left side, we do have the likes of Teagan Hartnett. They've been playing a lot of minutes together. For on the defensive unit, Walker did bounce the puck down. Walker does get it back into the neutral zone. Coming back in. That was a nice shot over. Hartnett does get it down, coming back on the far end. That's going to go through several defenders and back down. And that will go back in, coming out on the short side, coming down the right wing. Walker trying to get it down. That's going to go back out and in. That's going to go back in on the right side and around the boards. There will be a stoppage in play. We will have a face-off in center ice with 13:17 to go in the second period. Tyler Clark is there on the wing for the receiver of the face-off. That's going to go back down into the corner. That's going to go back down on the right side. That's going to go around the boards. It will go back out. Jammed out just outside of the blue line. What a massive hit. Taken out. That's going to go back down in on the left side. That'll come out and around. It was a nice pass at that time by Thomas Hill. Hill did get it back for Clark trying to jam it up, but it was saved by Pittapiece and brought back out on that far side. It was picked up. Now Hill receiving the pass. Hill was able to take up that pass on the receiving end, but Christian Warren was there to break it up. They get into a bit of a tussle just beyond the short side face-off circle. There was a long shot, and the save was made by Pittapiece with 12:37 to go in the second period. We're here live on YouTube on the Brantford Titans YouTube account here for some preseason action of JOHL hockey. And now we have a penalty now. That will allow the likes of the Elmira Sugar Kings to be on the power play. A 2-minute minor with 12:37 to go in the second period. The faceoff will come to the right side of the goaltender. That was a nice faceoff taken. That will go back into the corner and around. On the far end. That will come back in. Hill is there to try to break up the shot opportunity. Great zone defense here by the Titans. Coming back in, there was a nice chance. That's going to come just inside the blue line. That's going to come back out, back over. There's a nice shot chance. And that was a great defensive block. The Titans do get the puck down on the penalty kill. Now with 12 minutes to go. That's going to be brought back around here by Christian Warren, the left-hander. Christian Warren is able to come back up. Christian Warren, he's able to get it back into the neutral zone. That's going to go back over this time. That was a nice pass. That's going to go back coast to coast. Liam Strauss was there, just in the neutral zone, coming on the right side though. Setting it up, there will be a stop now. The referees will stop play with 11:44 to go in the second period. Make sure to join us on Flow TV as the Brantford Titans will take on the Caledonia Corvairs to open up their season Friday, September 11th, right here in Brantford. The faceoff was taken. It was won by the Elmira Sugar Kings. Elmira Sugar Kings, that is. The puck went down on the short side. It's going to come back in. Styles almost had it. That's going to come back all the way out with 11:24 to go. And that's going to come back on the left side. That was a nice shot up that time by Teagan Hartnett. Hartnett got it back into the corner and around the boards. the Sugar Kings are going to wait. Carson Kahlo did get it up back into the neutral zone. Ethan Mon trying to go coast to coast. But there's a stoppage in play now as there was some words being exchanged on the left side of the goaltender, but that will be broken up. And we'll have both teams make a quick change. And there will be a face-off now. That will come on the far side face-off circle. Ethan Maniaci, the left-handed goalie, looked on as the Brantford Titans do get the puck out. Only 15 seconds to go in their penalty. That is against them right now. Coming back down on the short side. Great job. What a massive hit by Clark. Clark came in and put the boots there on Liam Adams-Buckton. What a phenomenal hit. That got the crowd going in between the benches. Coming down on the left side. Good job by the Sugar Kings, by Adams-Buckton to try to get a shot off. That was broken up, coming down into the neutral zone. Guthrie trying to take a long shot. That's going to go back down and behind the net. The save was made. There's a bit of fisticuffs going on behind the net. The Brantford Titans were able to kill that penalty with 10:20 to go in the second period. And we'll see a couple things change, a couple substitutions by the Sugar Kings as the faceoff will be taken out here on the short side faceoff circle. We see Adam Clark taking the faceoff for the Brantford Titans. That's going to come back down on the far side. Guthrie will pass it over, trying to get it on the backhand. That's going to be nothing doing. And what a brace here, a 1-on-2 chance coming down the other way by Reed Graham. Reed Graham trying to go back down on the other side. Now with 10 minutes to go. That's going to come back down. Kindry on the backhand. Kindry, he's waiting on it. Kindry trying to come down. The puck went around the boards, and it was a missed opportunity for the Brantford Titans to get the puck back. There will be an icing call, but it looks like it was just simply miscommunication coming back down on the other end. Tyler Clark. That's going to be hold on to a long shot. The save's made. And you could tell that Clark was there on the opportunity. And it's going to be a full line change for the Brantford Titans. The Titans were able to redeem themselves, get the puck back in the offensive zone. And we do have a penalty against the likes of the Elmira Sugar Kings. It was Liam Adams-Buckton off on a 2-minute minor. We're only a minute 10 to go in that penalty. As that's going to come down on the far side. The Brantford Titans are jammed up in their own zone. That's going to go back into the neutral zone. Coming back down on the left side. That's going to be jammed out. And in. That's going to go back down for Hale. Hale trying to go back on the puck. As they're on the penalty kill once again, or on the power play, that is, for the Brantford Titans. The Elmira Sugar Kings are on the penalty kill. Stylus trying to come down. That's going to go back on the left side and around the boards, around the horn. Hill going back on the puck. The Brantford Titans can't get anything really going on this power play opportunity, and that's going to be, play will continue. Hill's going to go back into the neutral zone. He does stay on the puck. He gets it back on the left side. Stellas is waiting on it, but that's going to be jammed up. Now coming racing down the left wing, where Zarin Laners was trying to come down on the far side. He's going to be broken up, trying to muscle through several men, and he's going to be hit. There's going to be a bit of fisticuffs going on behind the net. Waiting on it was Kinsella. Long shot taken. There was another chance. Rebound in front. What an opportunity. But that's going to go in off the glass and down on the other way. Hale almost stayed on it. Hale was waiting on it. Hale going back down into the corner. Christian Warren is right there on the forward check. Christian Warren being very aggressive. You see several line mates up now on the forward check for the Elmira Sugar Kings. Going down on the left side, coming back down, saves made. And it was a nice opportunity. The Brantford Titans were able to get a shot off after it was a very aggressive play by the likes of Christian Warren. And Owen Cornfield, or Ryan Cornfield that is, on the other side. So great job by Brantford. Face off will be taken, long shot by Clark, and that's going to go up and out of play. But that's what you have to do. Get the face off back, take your time with it. Clark had a nice chance to get a clean shot off, and that was a big reason why the Brantford Titans were able to score the first time. Just a nice shot that got into the slot through the 5-hole of Pittipies. Clark got it back down into the corner. And now it's brought back in. That was a shot that went just wide. Now it's going to be a breakout. There's a backhand chance. What a save made by the goaltender. And you can tell it was a backhand shot by Ethan Strauss in the breakaway chance. But the Brantford Titans were able to get back on that defensive opportunity. Coming down on the left side, long shot. The save's made, and that will go in. Now coming down on the right side, here comes Clark. Clark's racing in on the right wing, just inside the blue line. The shot will go back down into the corner. Clark is waiting on it. That's going to go back in and around for Liam Card. Liam Card is waiting. Liam Card trying to get it back in front. He's going to dance it all the way around. Sherrard, long shot. That went back into the slot, and the save will be made this time by Pittipies. That will allow the likes of Hill and the former, or the guy who's played several years in Junior C, Preston Grice. He's actually played in Glanbrook for the Glanbrook Rangers. He's a very talented player. Hoping to make the squad this year for the Brantford Titans. He's actually played a few games for the Titans in the 2025-2026 campaign. Got back in front. The save was made by Pittipies coming down on the far side. That's going to go back down into the corner. Hill is waiting on it. Hill, it was a nice job there, nice opportunity. And that's going to go back, jamming it all the way around the boards. Adam Clark almost had it back. It's going to go around the boards, and it's going to go up and stay in play. That was a nice opportunity coming down the left side. Hill going back down. What an opportunity there. Kieran takes a nice shot, but the save was made. Flashing the leather was Pittipies. Pittipies did the windmill coming down on that breakout, and it was a perfect chance for the Brantford Titans to be able to tie this game. And we'll see a change being made for the Brantford Titans. What an opportunity there for Brantford to try and get a goal, and the save is going to be made on the short side. Clark will be out to make the save. Tyler Clark, the right-handed shot, is going to be out to take the face-off, and it was going to be the likes of Silas Strachan, but it will be somebody else for the likes of Elmira. Long shot, saves made. That'll go back into the corner and around. Hartnett did get the puck around the boards, back out in front. There's a nice shot. There's another chance. Jammed in. It's going to go down on the left side. Walker, he's waiting on it. Walker almost had a chance to be able to make that play. And that's going to come back down on the far side. Walker had a chance, but that's going to come down on the right side. Great opportunity, shot back in front. And it was a bang-bang play. And it looked like it was Ethan Henderson that had a chance right in front. It was a bang-bang play, a pass over. It went off a defender. And he was checked in the back on that shot. So the Brantford Titans were able to keep it within a one-goal game with 5:36 to go in the second period. The puck will be jammed back down. Jammed back in, long shot, and the save will be made this time by the goaltender. And you know what? Ethan Manichelli has played pretty well. He has kept his team in this game, and he is doing well with saving the puck. He's very confident back there. He's had a few goals that have been tough, but he has been confident for a majority of this matchup. The faceoff is taken, coming back down into the neutral zone. Nice job to get it back out and in. That's going to go back out and into the corner. Nice job by Brantford to try and get the puck back. It was broken up. Ben Shade almost had it. He was hip checked. There was a shot that was jammed up in the slot, coming back into the neutral zone. That's nothing doing. That's going to come back down on the right side. Reed Graham almost had it. There was a massive hit just inside the blue line. Go back down, shot, scores! And we do have a tie game. A 2-on-1 coming back down the other way. And that will tie it up at 3. A bang-bang play. And you know what? It was a massive hit that Liam Card had to take. But it does work out for the Brantford Titans to make it a tie game. And what a play by Otaki to jam that one home. And this is a very interesting matchup on a Thursday night. The faceoff is taken. It's going to go back down. Hill gets it back. Hill is going to wait on it. He's going to try to jam it back in. There's a nice hit. Nice job for Elmira to be able to clip off the man. Coming back in on the right side. Kindry gets it on the backhand. Kindry holds it in. That's going to be brought back down. Back on front. That's nothing doing. That'll go back out and into the Brantford Titans end. Gavin Kindry waiting on it. Kindry does get it back. Kindry coming back on the left side. He's going to wait. He has several men up on him. Looks like Elmira had 3 men up on the forecheck. They've been very aggressive on the forecheck all evening long so far. The puck does come back down on the jam up. Still has nothing doing. That's going to go back down for the Sugar Kings, coming back down on the left side. Ryan Cornfield coming in on the left side. The right-handed shot couldn't do anything there. Clark was waiting on it. And that will be Gavin Kindry trying to get the puck out. And now to go back into the neutral zone. Coming in now. What a play by Still is to try to break it up and go down on the left side. Several men will come up for Brantford. But there will be a stoppage in play with 3:36 to go in the second frame. And there are several men changing, as it was an offside call. Brantford got a little bit too excited coming back on the left side. The faceoff was taken on the far end. Coming back down, there's a long shot. Hartnett. The faceoff did come back in. Coming back down. Adams Buckton was waiting on it, and there will be another stoppage in play. And it looked like there was an icing call with 3:23 to go. The faceoff does come in the Brantford zone. The faceoff is taken by Christian Warren of the Sugar Kings. Long shot. There's a nice chance. Rebound shot, scores. And that was a rebound. It was a long shot that time by Adams Buckton. His teammate was there to pick it up, and it does make it a 4-3 hockey game. After Brantford was able to tie it at 3, we do see the Elmira Sugar Kings strike right back and make it a 4-3 contest. And it all started by a nice shot there by Liam Adams Buckton. And we'll see the face-off be reset. We see how Brantford be very aggressive, especially in the last couple of minutes outside of that last goal. Brantford has had, they've controlled the game. They've had the puck, it feels like, for a majority of this contest. Tyler Clark getting it around the boards and back into the corner, getting it back in front. There was another chance. That's going to be broken up that time. That's going to come back in to the corner and around. That's going to come back out. It was a nice breakup chance. Long shot. And it was Ben Chard on that chance. Coming back down on the left side. Styles. That's nothing doing. And there will be a stoppage in play now on an offside. And we see the Brantford Titans being a lot more aggressive. You see guys like Gavin Kindry being involved. You see guys like Ben Randall being involved in those breakouts. And that's been a big reason why that Brantford has been so competitive in this one so far. So we'll see a face-off that's going to come right in front of the Brantford bench. That's going to come back down on the left side. They were pinched off. They went back into the neutral zone. There was a nice opportunity to regather there by Shaw. Shaw got it back behind the net. And it was a 1-on-2 as the Elmira Sugar Kings did get it back on the backhand. That's going to come back down and into the corner. That's going to go back in and into the corner, out and wide. The jam does go up. And now the Elmira Sugar Kings did get it back on the left side. That's going to come back out. And just inside the blue line. Nothing doing. There's a long shot. And that's going to go back into the corner. As that goes wide and in. There's a nice chance there by Ryan Cornfield to try to get the rebound. There's another jam up on the short side faceoff circle in the Brantford zone. And there was a massive hit there by Christian Warren. Christian Warren trying to get the puck back for his club. But coming back in the neutral zone, the Brantford Titans were able to jam it up. Gunther wasn't able to get there. The pass goes go back to Gunther. He's going to wait on it. Back out in front. There's another chance. But that goes up and wide by just a matter of inches. Up and over the bar. Coming back down the other way. Hartnett. Hartnett waits on it. Hartnett coming down on the left side. And that's going to come back in. And back down into the corner. That's going to come back in on the left side. Silas Strachan. He got it back. There was a nice shot, and that was a goal. It was a play that went back down into the neutral zone. The shot that went in. And that made it a 5-3 game, putting the likes of the Sugar Kings up by 2. A bang-bang play, lots of speed here. And that was Bryce McFadden, the right-handed shot that was able to score. They don't have a lot of breakouts, do the Sugar Kings, but they definitely take advantage of them when the window is open for them. Coming back down on the right side, Otaki. Otaki does wait on it. Coming back in. That's going to go back down. Otaki was trying to stay on it. Walker. There's a long shot. That's going to be redirected. Walker. That's going to be jammed back in. Now 40 seconds to go in the second period. 40 even now. It's ticked down to 35 and counting. The long shot was taken back down. Liam Card getting back on it. The lefty taking a shot. There's another chance. Goes off a defender. Another shot. And a stick broke. That's going to go back into the corner. And back in now. 20 seconds to go. A 1-on-2. Card staying on it. Card got around the stick. Now that's going to come down on the right side. Hartnett. Trying to jam it back in. Hartnett. That's going to come back down. Ethan Henderson takes a shot. That's going to go back into the corner. And that's going to end the second period of play. Now there's a bit of a scuffle going on. You see for the Brantford Titans, a lot of folks in there. Adam Clark, the right-handed shot, was getting involved. It looks like there's a discussion being had in the right side. And we see the referees taking the Brantford Titans off the ice. And that will end the second period of play. The score is 5-3 in favor of the Elmira Sugar Kings. We'll be back with third period action here on the Brantford Titans YouTube channel in about 12 minutes. made it 2-2. And then Nolan Butler was able to go out there, and Simon Otaki scored. And then there was 2 goals by Christian Warren in the second of the game, along with Bryce McFadden for the Sugar Kings to make it a 5-3 hockey game. There will be a 2-minute minor to the likes of the Brantford Titans. And the faceoff will be taken at center ice. Brantford Titans will be coming out to take the faceoff. They're going to be on their away side. They're ready off. Home side, rather. They're ready off, ready to go. The faceoff was taken. Shoved back in on the left side. Christian Warren. It comes back in on the left end. Christian Warren. It goes back in on the left side end around. It goes back in on the short end. Gavin Kindry. Gavin Kindry. Long shot. That was a nice save made. Goes back in on the short end. That goes back around the boards. That goes back out. Long shot. That was taken out. And back into the corner. 1:18 to go in the penalty to the Brantford Titans. It's going to come back out with Simon Otaki going off for roughing at the end of the second period. Tyler Clark was able to jam it back out and in. You see Elmira coming back down on it. The Sugar Kings do get it back into the neutral zone, coming back down on the right side. There's a 2-on-1 opportunity. Coming in shot. There was a great chance coming in on the right side. A phenomenal chance coming down on the short end, and that will be regrouped and brought back down. It was Aaron Leonars there on the opportunity on the short end, but the Sugar Kings do get it back. They do make a quick change of their guys as we see the pin go in. It'll come down on the left side. That'll be hit back off. And that'll go back down on the short end. There was a nice pass at that time coming down by Aaron Leonars. The right-handed shot. He gets hip checked. And that's going to go back down. What a massive hit. And that'll go back out. Long shot. That's going to go back into the corner. Long shot once again. And the save will be made with 18:10 to go in the third period. And it was a nice job there by Finn Pettipies. Made a great move, a better move to be able to make that save in the crease. And the faceoff will be taken to the right side of Pettipies. Clark will take the faceoff. That's going to go back down by Adams-Buckton. Liam Adams-Buckton does get it around for his defensive partner, coming back out into the neutral zone. Adam Clark. That's going to go back into the corner and around. Bryce McFadden. That'll be jammed back out. It was a nice chance there by Caden. Caden Blockhard trying to get it into the neutral zone and into the corner. It comes back all the way around the boards and into the corner. That's going to come back out on the neutral zone side. Hartnett does jam it back in, coming in on the far end. That's going to go back down. And in long shot, Bagnall did have a chance. Coming in on the left side. Adams-Buckton did get it back in. And we see that's going to go back down for the Brantford Titans. That goes in. Ben Chard trying to jam it out, and there will be a stoppage in play this time on an offside with 16:58 to go in the third period. Make sure to join us on Flow TV. This is on the YouTube channel of the Brantford Titans, but our home opener will be on Flow TV on September 11th as the Brantford Titans do take on the Caledonia Corvairs. The jam out does come in around the boards off the face-off by the Sugar Kings. It's going to go back down and into the corner around the boards. That's going to come back out. It was a nice, almost a steal in the jam up in the shooting lane there by Reed Graham. Reed Graham did get it back initially. That's going to be poked back out. That's going to come just inside the blue line. The shot does come around the boards and into the corner there by Mitchell Korvzek. Mitchell did have the puck initially, but he did jam it out there for Reed Graham. Reed Graham to try to get it around once again. That's going to come back out into the corner. Coming back down the other way. Clark. He's going to come back down. There's a long shot. That's going to be just wide. That's going to be bounced just around like a Pettipies, and that's going to allow the Sugar Kings to try to get reset into the neutral zone. That's jammed back in on the other end. What a nice hit. It was a nice hit on the redirect in the neutral zone by the Sugar Kings. That's going to go back in on the left side. On the jam up, that's going to go back down on the other end. There will be an icing call with 15:36 to go in the third period. We haven't seen the breakouts we've seen from the likes of the Brantford Titans we saw in the first period or even in the second period, really controlling the game, really controlling that offensive pace of play, and they're not really doing that much here to kick off the third period. It's kind of been slow. We've seen the likes of the Sugar Kings really take advantage of that puck possession and keep the Titans at bay. It's kind of like keeping the boxer on the rope, so to speak, so far, but the puck did go back into the corner on the left side, coming back on the short side. That's going to be rekindled, coming around the boards. Great job coming out on the left end. William Shaw did try to get it back. Clark, he does come in. Clark, he did jam it back into the corner. He does come in for William Shaw. That's going to come back down. Thomas Hill has it. Thomas Hill try to get it back on the backhand. That's going to be jammed out as Clark gets it back. Clark was able to reset himself. He did get the puck across for Kindry. Kindry trying to go back for Hill. Hill trying to regain himself, but the puck was broken up coming out on the left side, on the far side end by Noah Battler. Battler did jam it out initially, but it was brought back in. Clark had it. Kindry on the back end. Kindry waiting on it. Kindry, he's doubled off by two men. That was a massive hit coming out by Ethan Mon. Ethan Mon had him on a hip check. There was no call on the back end, and that will come out. You see the Elmira, they were jammed in on their own side. That's going to come out on the far end, jammed out and around the boards. Coming out on the left side. There's an initial jam up. That's going to come into the neutral zone. Card was initially hip checked. He was hip checked that time by Ryan Cornfield. Back into the neutral zone. Just coming inside on the neutral zone on the backhand this time is Thomas Hill, the left-hander, trying to get it around the boards and into the corner. What a massive hit, as that's going to go back down and in. Ades is waiting on it. The puck does come back out, coming out on the left side. Here come the Sugar Kings. The Sugar Kings hating on it. There's a 2-on-1 coming down the other way, and that's going to be broken up. A nice defensive hit there from Brantford. Coming down on this side now, Colin Vanderhausen will wait. Colin Vanderhausen takes a shot, and coming out, Colin Vanderhausen took a nice shot, but Pettipies was there to be able to make the save. Now we have Stilles, Otaki, Lindeliers coming out, along with Randall. With 13:20 to go in the third period, the Brantford Titans doing everything they can to try to get a shot off. The puck goes back into the corner. That's going to be going back down. That's going to go back out. And in, jammed out. Silas Strachan did jam it in. And that's going to come out on the front side. That was a nice shot by the defender, Ben Randall, to get it back down. There's a nice shot, and that's going to go way wide. Roncel is trying to jam it in. Pettipies couldn't even find that puck. The puck did get by Randall initially. That's going to come back out on the left side. It's going to be a 1-on-2 coming down the other way with 12:36 to go. That's going to go back out now in to the neutral zone and down. The shot does come out. Shot, and what a phenomenal save made. Bryce McFadden was able to come in. The save was made. Now there's a bit of a scuffle behind the net. Bryce McFadden came in. made a nice shot, but you know what? Ethan Manchali has been there to make some strong saves himself. Both teams will change with 12:28 to go in the third period. The faceoff was taken. Coming back on the left side, Elmira did jam it out and around. Mitchell Kovacek. Play will continue. Kindry got aggressively tackled to the ice. That's going to come down on the left side. Olds did get it back on the far end. Olds does come back on it. That's going to go jam around the boards and back in. Kindry's waiting on the initial pass and getting on the play. The Brantford Titans trying to get the puck back. You could tell that Caden was trying to get on that front side. Kindry got the puck around. Pittapiece waited on it. Pittapiece was able to settle the puck down as it went all the way around and into the corner. Coming out on the left side now, Adam Clark. That was redirected. Adam Clark trying to get that puck back. Kindry waits on it. Kindry on the front end. Kindry does get that puck across. It was a nice job on the forecheck for the Elmira Sugar Kings. The Sugar Kings did jam that one out, and that's going to come down the other way. It's going to come down the left side. Coming in, there's a nice shot, and that's going to go up and into the corner. Guther, back from Walker. And trying to go coast to coast. What a phenomenal offensive play coming down there for the Brantford Titans. That was Thomas Hill trying to go coast to coast through several defenders. Back into the corner. Falling over. Coming back on the left side. Long shot taken, and that's going to go back into the short side end. Liam Adams Buckton trying to come back on the far end around the boards. Liam Adams Buckton has the puck. He's trying to go through several defenders. Drops it back. The puck goes around the boards, in on the blue line, and around. That's going to come back out on the jam up. Levi Westwood had the puck. He got the puck back to the point. That went way wide. Goes off the goaltender and back into the short side. Long shot, save made by the goalie, going back into the short side corner. That's going to be jammed back out. Long shot once again by Guther. Guther was there to try to block that shot as it was reset. And there was a massive hit on the far side faceoff circle. And that was jammed back in. That was Ethan Mon there on the cross check. That's going to come back out. Guther wasn't able to get there. There was a long shot. Walker does go back on the puck. Walker is going to wait on it. Walker on the far side. It does come over. Guther gets back on it. He comes in. He waits on it, takes a shot, and that's going to be off a defender and back into the corner, back behind the net. That's going to go back out for Randall. Randall goes back in and around. Randall does get back on it. Ben Randall. That was jammed up, and that puck was stolen. Coming out onto the left side. That goes around the boards and in to the corner. Back out for Randall. Randall. Back up now for Guther. That's going to be jammed out on the left side. That does go all the way back around. There for Ben Charard. Ben Charard did jam it around. And it's a great job by the Brantford Titans to keep the Sugar Kings in their own end. Now there will be a stoppage in play with 8:44 to go in the third period. We are on the YouTube channel of the Brantford Titans, but make sure to join us on Flow TV on September 11th as the Brantford Titans will have their home opener at 7 o'clock against the Caledonia Corvairs. You're not going to want to miss that one. The faceoff will come on the right side of the goaltender on the short side faceoff circle. Kindry is waiting back on the faceoff for the Brantford Titans. Joey Stilles gets back. There was a long shot, and that was a save made. It was a bang-bang play. Thomas Hill had it in the slot. Thomas Hill almost had a goal opportunity. We saw the first goal of the game scored by the Brantford Titans. Very similar. The play was in the slot, and it was very similar to what we saw before. The puck did go back and then around Kindry. Kindry does jam the puck around and in. Going back out in front, back into the corner and around. It was broken up by the Elmira Sugar Kings. Coming back on the left side. Hale's trying to get back on the puck. He wasn't able to come down the right side. Christian Warren coming in, but Hale broke it up. And that goes out on the right side. Coming back down on the far end. That goes off the boards and back down. Kindry's waiting on it. Kindry does get back on it. The save is made on the far side post. It was a nice job there by Ethan, the left-handed goalie there, to make that save on the far side post, and it allowed the Brantford Titans to get their bearings once again with 7:52 to go, down 5-3 in this final frame of this hockey game. And we will see these two teams play as Brantford will travel to the Sugar Kings facility, and they will play at 3 o'clock on Sunday, August 30th. The faceoff was taken. It goes back on the left side. It comes back down into the neutral zone. Adam Clark was there to try and break it up. That goes back out. Coming in on the short side. Adam Clark. The faceoff was taken. Adam Clark did try to get it back inside, just inside the blue line. The shot did come out for Card. Card was not able to stay on it. There was a shot that was taken out into the neutral zone. That's going to go back down here. The Elmira Sugar Kings get back on it. And that's going to go back in for Noah Battler. Battler did shoot it down and in to the Titans' end. The puck going back out on the left side for Card. Card did get it up for Hartnett. Hartnett coming out on the left end. He did get it around the defender that time, as that was jammed back out and into the corner. There's several men on it, as that's going to be jammed back in. That's going to go back out and in. Card long shot. Nothing doing. That's going to go back in and around the boards. Hartnett could not stay on it. The puck is coming in. There for Silas Strachan. Strachan did shoot it out. It allowed the likes of the Brantford Titans to get back on it. Ben Sherrard did get back on that puck. Guthrie did set it up over to his man, got it back, but the defender was able to get there. Adams Buckton for the Sugar Kings got it back on the left side. It was initially brought back down by the defender, and he was able to shoot it in. And back down as the Sugar Kings reset, and we see the Brantford reset. There was almost a breakout pass that time. That was almost a bang-bang play. Coming down there for Liam Wise. Now coming down on the far side. It's almost a 2-on-1 chance. Comes in, shot, but that goes just over the stick by a matter of inches. Coming down the other way. What an opportunity for a bang-bang chance. That went down the other way. Ben Randall does get it back. That was passed out on the right side. And that was shot back down. Randall almost had it. There was a long shot on the initial pass. There's another chance. And what an opportunity. A bang-bang shot. We saw Clark there right on the rebound. Tyler Clark was there on the rebound. We saw Randall try to get involved. We've seen several men try to get a clean shot off, to try to get a rebound off, but there's been nothing doing. Only 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go before these teams play on Sunday back in Elmira. It'll be a Sunday 3 o'clock game for the second of a home-and-home preseason matchup for these two clubs. The faceoff will come back into the neutral zone. The faceoff was, the play went back in the neutral zone rather. It was jammed back up. Off the wall. coming back on the left side, coming back down on the far end, back into the neutral zone. Does the play with massive hit, and that was a hit that I think even Aaron Leaners wasn't expecting. That was like almost a collision. I think both men are okay. Both were able to get back up. It goes back behind the net, and it goes back into the corner. And it comes all the way around as Thomas Hill was there. Thomas Hill wasn't able to get it back initially, got it back on the right side up to his teammate. That's going to be shoveled back down by the Brantford Titans. The Brantford Titans did get the puck around and into the corner. And around, there's a lead pass coming out now. Hill almost had the puck back. It's going to go down now. There's a long shot, and that's going to go up and wide on the snapshot opportunity. So the Brantford Titans only down by 2 goals with 4 minutes to go in the third period, and you're watching this third period of play, and you watch a majority of this game on the Brantford Titans YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us, and some GOHL exhibition action. The faceoff was taken, won by the Elmira Sugar Kings, and back down, shoved into the corner, and back behind the net. Elmira was able to get it back and into the offensive corner on the far side. There was a long shot. The save was made there by Ethan, and he was able to shovel it back to a teammate on the left side. The pass was not easily connected there to Liam Card. That's why the Sugar Kings were able to get it back in. Hartnett trying to get it up for Brantford, trying to come down on the right side, trying to get it through the defenders. Nothing doing, as that will go back into the neutral zone. Walker. That's going to go back out Walker, coming out with Hartnett. The puck will go back down on the far end. Card could not get that pass cleanly, but there will be an icing call with 3:02 to go in the third period. And so we will see a face-off that will come back in the defensive zone. And Ethan Maniaci will have his face-off come to his right side as he's waiting on the play to develop. It goes back into the neutral zone. The puck's taken back. We will see a quick change with Tyler Clark coming onto the ice. Tyler Clark trying to go out on a breakout opportunity. And it was a nice job by the Elmira Sugar Kings to try and get the puck in. And that's going to come back down into the neutral zone. That's going to come back down on the short side and shot back in. Behind the net, back in front, shot. And that was a 1-on-2 that was brought just wide and into the corner. What a massive hit that came out. Tyler Clark putting the boots on in front of the Elmira bench, and they're even shaking their heads. The passion from this Brantford group is phenomenal. There are only 2.5 minutes of this game to be played, down by 2, and they're fighting to the bitter end. The puck did go back in front into the corner, and it was saved there by Pettipies with 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in period number 3. We do see the Sugar Kings make a change on the left side of Pettipies. The faceoff was taken. It comes out, long shot. That goes just wide and into the corner. That comes out, that goes up and into the neutral zone. Randall. 1 minute and 2 seconds to go. Guthrie has a shot that goes up now. Addis is going to wait on it. He almost gets tackled. It goes back out in front. There was a 2-man jamming him up. Coming back out on the left side. Here comes the Elmira Sugar Kings. Now a 5-on-5 chance. Now there's going to be a stoppage in play with 1 minute and 31 seconds to go in period number 3. At the Wayne Gretzky Sports Center, this has definitely been an entertaining preseason game. One that I think the fans have definitely got their money's worth as far as action on both ends. Coming back on the left side, Kindry does take that. Kindry coming back on the left end. Kindry waiting on it. Olds does try to receive the pass. He wasn't able to get there in time. That was jammed out back into the corner and back at the blue line. That was brought back there Estelles and brought back around the boards. Back out in front, nothing doing, waiting on it. Nice job by the Elmira Sugar Kings to get it back. Estelles does wait. Now the Brantford Titans do decide to pull their goalie for a 6-on-5 approach to try to get a couple back on the board before full time expires in regulation. Into the corner and out and around the boards. Ryan Cornfield was trying to wait on it. Stiles gets it back on the clear. Stiles does get it in. And there's going to be an offside call with 39.1 seconds to go in the final frame. Brantford has had a lot of chances, but in the third period, they haven't really been aggressive. They haven't been able to get any clean shots off, or not as many as they'd like to, on Finn Pittapiece, and that's been a big reason why that Elmira's been able to be in the driver's seat in the back end of the final frame. The puck went back into the corner and out. The puck went back in on the left side. Chris almost had it. 20 seconds to go now. Kindry. That was very close. It went back into the corner. Landers almost had it. He did jam it in. There's going to be a bit of a scuffle in the corner for the puck. And that will do it. The Elmira Sugar Kings will get the win against Brantford at the Wayne Gretzky Sports Center. These two teams will play on Sunday at 3 o'clock back in Elmira. And they'll wait till then. For the Brantford Titans YouTube channel, my name is Kyle Chambers. Have a great night.